begin.
Thank you, Tanu. Happy morning, everyone. I'm Indhu. I've been handling grade one for the past 2 years, and this is my third year at TIPS. I'm delighted to be here with you all today, and I look forward to sharing ideas and experiences which I have learned during these years. As we have a session next, I don't want to take much of your time here, so let's get started into the session directly. And our today's session objective is we'll explore different ways that helps learners to reflect on their learning and that helps them to demonstrate their understanding through interactive games. That is our first objective. And the next one is we'll focus on some thinking routine strategy called scamper. It is actually a powerful tool that encourage learners to think creatively and ask questions and deepen their conceptual understanding. This is the best thing that worked in my classroom. That's why I'm sharing this today in our session. By this end of the session, you will see how these strategies can integrate into everyday classroom practice to promote inquiry, creativity, and student engagement. This is our session objective. I want you all to be little interactive. I will not ask much questions in between, but few I want you to respond back. My question to you all is what is teaching and learning? What do you think it is? If you have any response, you can put in chat box so that I can see.
Anybody understanding and implementation of
Implement of the
concept,
concept. Okay. Any other?
creating experiences,
It's fine. Creating experiences.
It's a collaboration, no?
Yeah,
Collaboration.
it's actually collaborative learning. Anything else, ma'am?
Sharing and receiving knowledge, ma'am.
Sharing and okay, ma'am. Fine. So as you have said, all these things comes in this. Teaching and learning is nothing but it is inquiry based, concept driven, and student center maximum. It is not about we start with the answers. It is about the questions that we have to start with. And we encourage our children to explore, think, and construct their own understanding rather than just receiving answers from our end. It is all from their end. That is what we focus on teaching and learning here. And the main thing here is we focus on student agency. We give our learners voice, choice, and ownership in the learning. When students feel what they have learned and if they are okay with what they are sharing, this is the engagement where it automatically increases. We don't need any other thing here. And another important aspect is making real world connections with what they have learned. Here, the learning becomes meaningful when they can connect with what they have learned. The next one is the key principles of learning. These five things we all are very familiar with. And the first one is inquiry based learning, which is where curiosity drives the learning process. The next one is concept driven curriculum. It is which we focus on big idea that transforms across all the subjects. And the next one is transdisciplinary learning. This is we allow students to see connections beyond individual subjects. The next one is student agency and voice. We give our learners opportunities to make choice and to express what they are thinking. And the last one is differentiation. This is the very important thing that everyone should know and we have to work on with. That is, we know that every child is unique and the way they learn is also different and the way they reflect is also different. This is what teaching and learning to me. The next one is how teaching happens here. As we all have all these five things joined together makes teaching. We have learner profile, skills, action as an outcome, and collaborative learning structure, which ma'am have shared already. And the last one is reflecting part. Teaching is not about delivering the content which we have prepared. It is about intentional designing learning experience. The next one is learner profile. Learner profile where children can develop their own characteristics under different terms. We have so many learner profiles. We have 10 things that they can develop so many things across here. The next one is skill focus. Whenever we are planning a lesson, we used to embed in our lessons where children can develop skills. And the next one is action. It is seen as an outcome of learning where students apply what they have learned in real, which is both outside and inside the classroom. The last part is the reflection part. It is the very important part here. It is the collaborative learning structure. The students will learn best what they work together. They can share ideas. They can listen to different perspectives from other kids as well, and they can build understanding collectively while reflecting. The next part I'm taking you to is the strategy, which I'm going to share here. And before that, the next question to you was, how does learning look like in a classroom? That is also a question to you all. Can you give me any answers for that? Any response for the question, what does learning look like in a classroom?
Yeah. Um, Student
More
centric
like
teacher.
Student centric and
instead of
teacher guided. Yes, it is good thing.
more like interaction.
Anything else, ma'ams?
Ma'am, classroom will be active.
Engaging an active classroom. Fine, ma'am. Anything?
Creating curiosity.
Creating curiosity. How will you create curiosity, ma'am?
Maybe by
By
using
asking
different
questions,
provocative
by
Interactive,
strategies.
interactive with the students.
Interacting with the
By
students, fine,
using
ma'am.
by using some provocation strategies like mystery box. So on.
Fine, ma'am. Yes.
Inquiry based. Sri Vaishnavi says inquiry based, student centric. Abhinaya
Okay.
says giving
Giving
agency to
agency to
literacy to
learners. Yes, ma'am.
the children to come to the topic or to explore by using the skill of probing questions.
Oh, fine, ma'am. Working questions. Discovering way of learning. Okay, ma'am. Playway method. Malati, ma'am, it seems you have shared the playway method. Actually, it is the very good thing which we all used to do with young children. Active participating, provoking their thinking.
Ma'am, using the real world resources.
Real life connections, yes, ma'am. So what you have shared in the chat box and what you have shared here is what I have mentioned in my PPT as well. So the first thing is we'll let students to explore and we'll let them to ask questions and wonder. Curiosity drives learning and students are encouraged to ask questions and investigate ideas. The next one is provocation state. Initial when we behind any concept or topic, we used to give provocations for that, and that is the best beginning thing which we follow in the classroom. Followed by learning stations, we'll be having some hand-on tasks that allow students to explore concepts actively rather than passively. The next one is concept maps and anchor charts. This is also to support understanding. We teachers use concept maps, some videos related to our topic, and anchor charts to make thinking visible and support conceptual connections. The next one is students' portfolios and reflection. This is where students document their learning journey, reflect on progress, and set goals for improvement. The last part is the very important thing. Being here, we used to begin with only VTRs. VTRs help students to express their thinking and it will help them to extend their ideas and deepen understanding using visible thinking routines. And this is what I think teaching aims to achieve in a classroom. All these elements together. I hope you all agree with this. If yes, you can show a thumbs up sign. Thank you. Thank you for responding. The next thing is the exact topic which I have mentioned in the front cover page. I'm going to tell you all a strategy that I used to follow in my classroom and that worked really well. And we call that strategy as a scamper. It is actually a visible thinking routine. It actually sparks curiosity and it is inquiry based and it's problem solving thing. It actually helps learners to think questions in a meaningful way and it helps them think both creatively and critically and it generates multiple ideas rather than setting for one right answers because each kid's view is different and each one will come up with a different answer for each thing here. When we use scamper, learners move from confusion to clarity, just like you see the template here, right? And it encourages them to wonder, question, and build ideas step by step. Let me tell you how Scamper works in a classroom. First, we have to present an object or any idea or topic or story or any problem. We have to give some title to the learners. Next, we have to introduce the term Scamper letter by letter at a time so that learners won't feel overwhelmed. After that, we need to give them some guiding question. What if happens to this? What happens next? What will come here? We have to give some provoking questions so that they can think in a different views. The next step is we encourage discussion and idea sharing. Here, all the ideas they are thinking they can come up without any judgment. We will be collectively collecting all the ideas what children are coming up with. And the last thing is recording part. Here we will record their thinking using charts, worksheets, any templates, sticky notes or anything. So all together, this is how Scamper works and it supports reflection, collaboration and deeper conceptual understanding. I usually use it in the middle of concept because there they can think more of about the topic which I have given. Next, I'll explain you what exactly the scamper means. I'll explain you each letter, what it defines here. Scamper, it's a seven letter word. Here, the letter S means it is substitute. First, we have to give any object to the children, anything, any story problem or any object to them. Then we have to introduce each letter one by one to them. The first letter, it means it's substitute. What they have to do is they have to replace the thing which we have given to them. For example, if you have given a wooden pencil to them, they can change the material of it from wood to plastic or wood to something, whatever they want to do. That is substitute. The next letter is combine. Here, what ideas or elements that they can put together to create it in a different way, something they can add on to it. That is C. The next one is A, it is adapt. How can we adjust or tweak the idea to suit a new context or a learner need? They can add on or they can adjust something which they have created so far. That is A. And the next one is modify. They can change the look of the product or color of it, size of it, or if it is something else, they can improvise it. What they can do there, that is modify. The next one is P. It is put to another use. If we are using a pencil for writing or drawing, once it is not used, what can we use it in another way? That is put to another use. The next one is E. It is eliminate, which means they have to remove or simplify what they are having. And the last one is it is reverse or rearrange. After doing all these six steps, they would have got something. They can rearrange or reorder the thing which they have created so far. This is how Scamper works. But while when you are trying this thing in the classroom, each children will come up with different ideas, and you can uh, see how creatively they are thinking, and you can visibly see their creativity there. As I introduce this strategy now, I want you all to try it once. Let me share a Padlet link in the chat box. I want you all to Choose any 3 letters, choose any object or a topic of your own, and I want you to try at least 3 letters in that so that you can implement that in your classroom. Yes, I have shared the Padlet link there. Can you all try it once? Can you all try and check the strategy scamper there? I have created columns. Can you all see? If you can see that in that Padlet link, can you all show thumbs up sign? See, those who have responded, thank you so much. There too, I have mentioned what each letter stands for. There, I want you all to try at least 3 to 4 letters for any object or any topic. And I'll show you an example that I have tried in my classroom. Is anyone working with the strategy? This is one example I have did with my kids, and I have given them pencil and I want them to answer all these questions. As I am being with very young children, I don't prefer going with board and pen things. So I have color coded all those letters. I let my children to choose any color. In that paper, I have mentioned letters, all these camper letters. What they are getting, they have to do for that. Now I want you to do with this Padlet link. Is anyone working with that? Yeah. Combine your thoughts, articulate a sentence, maintain the tone, present. Charismatic. I don't know who's that, but you have tried something. Can you try it for an object, ma'am? So that you can do with your kids as well.
Indhu, if you share the Padlet, it will be easy for them to everybody to see what they're doing.
Yeah,
If
sure,
possible.
ma'am. Just a minute. Those who are not working with the Padlet link, this is the link which I have shared with you all. See, if you feel any difficulty in joining this Padlet link, you can share your answers in the chat box as well. I can read from there too. Story writing, substitute protagonist character to antagonist character, modify the setting, theme, or any other narrative elements, rearrange the scenes, eliminate the climax, combine with the new character. Nice, Shivani ma'am. Take any material you're using in your day-to-day life and apply this camper to create new. Devaki ma'am, you have explained it. I want you to try with an object. You can try with any object with any three letters from the word camper, ma'am.
For your information, I have tried this
Yes.
activity long back, ma'am,
Okay, ma'am.
during the COVID time.
Okay,
Children,
ma'am.
they selected objects of their own choice, and they
Okay,
just
ma'am.
came up with excellent creative things.
Okay, ma'am.
For example, they selected a pen. So
Okay,
whatever
ma'am.
they just think in their mind, it should write it on their own, and it must have their own eraser. If anything goes wrong, it should erase it by itself. Likewise, so many different objects they have chosen, and they came up with a good creative object.
Okay, ma'am. Nice. Actually, it is good. We have to give them ownership to take choose the object what they wanted. But as I'm dealing with young children, I cannot give choice to them, ma'am. I have to give them any topic so that they can work with.
So I just gave this project for grade 5, so they managed to do it.
Okay, ma'am.
Indu, you would like to continue
Yes, ma'am.
or yeah?
No, ma'am. Actually, it is time taking, so I'll move to the next slide, ma'am. This Padlet link will be there. You can save this link. Once the session is over, if you feel free to do this work, you can do it later and check. I'll also be checking the Padlet link, ma'am. Once you have any doubt in that, you can ask there too. I'll check and let you know, ma'am. Now I'll move to the next slide. The next slide is by using the strategy, what are all the skills that would have developed and what learner profile connections that we can see in this strategy is the skills developed to the left side of the slide. You can see what are all the skills developed here. When learners engage with this routine, they can develop their thinking skill as they analyze, question, and generate new ideas. And it also strengthens their communication skill by sharing and explaining ideas to their friends. The next one is skills. As they are involving in a group and doing this activity, they can develop their teamwork there. Their social skill improves. And the next one is self-management skill. Here, learners practice focus, reflection, and staying engaged in the task. These are all the skills that will be developed when you try this strategy. To your right side is the learner profile connection attributes. What have developed while doing these activities are learners will become inquirers by asking thoughtful questions, and thinkers by generating and refining ideas, and communicators by sharing their thinking. It also nurtures open-mindedness as learner consider other children's ideas and perspectives, supports risk-taking by trying new ideas, and promote reflection to improve learning. These are all the learner profile connections that you can see in this Scamper activity. And to your left bottom, the question is, when can Scamper be used? When this strategy can be used is, as it is a flexible strategy, it can be used as an entry provocation during inquiry lessons for problem solving tasks and reflection or extension activity. Most importantly, it can be applied across all subjects and all grade levels, as it is that kind of strategy. It is a very good classroom strategy to work with all grade levels. And to your right bottom, why Scamper works. Many will be having the question, why this VTR? Because it encourages student agency, allowing learners to take ownership of their thinking, and it promotes deep conceptual understanding. It supports inclusion and differentiated learning. This under highlighted word differentiated learning, and it helps turn ideas into meaningful action. Altogether, these things will get focused while you're trying this VTR. Overall, this camper is not just a thinking routine, it's a powerful tool that aligns skills, learner profiles, attributes, and learning experiences. I hope this strategy is somewhat okay to you, I guess. Is it okay? You can show any sign. Hope you understood the strategy. Thank you so much. Those have short sign. Next one I'm going to explain. It's not a VTR, but it's a game-based strategy that I used to try often in my classroom. I use it as a reflecting part. Each children, we cannot expect everyone to reflect what they have learned. But I want to check with my kids whether what I have taught them, it reached them or not. I need to know. So once the inquiry gets over, I used to do this as a practice in my every inquiry task. It is a reader runner. I introduce you all to this game kind of strategy. When you try this strategy, you can see collaborative learning there. It builds comprehension, communication, and teamwork. It works really well in inquiry-based classroom because learners will actively participate in this. Along with this strategy, I have joined another thing, which is house points. As my kids are very young, they don't know how they are pointing the house points. They used to check the boards often. Just to make their team win, they will play this game very actively in my classroom. I have a name, I have grouped them into four according to their house teams. That worked well. As they want to achieve a non-academic part, I have joined that group here. While doing the strategy, I will group them into, I'll assign them different roles here. Before doing this, I will group them into small team. And after that, I will assign a role to each learner, like reader, runner, speller, writer. Based on that inquiry, I will I'll assign them different roles. Reader is the one who reads information from a text or question that placed somewhere. Runner listens carefully and remembers the information and records it. Spellers, they will help their team by reading spellings from the word wall. I have a word wall in my classroom. Every inquiry, I will change the words related to the concept I'm taking. So that speller will help with the spellings. And the last one is the writer. The writer will collaborate with everyone, like reader, runner, everyone, and he will come up with the answer and they will write the answers. After sometimes the learners will switch roles so everyone get a chance to read, listen, spell, and record. This role switching is very important because it ensures equal participation. Each learner should try all the roles so that they can reflect all those things, and here they share responsibility. Together they work in a team. This is the best thing. Again, I'm telling this is the best thing that worked well in my classroom, and it can be used across all grade levels for all subjects. Here also I have mentioned the skill focus and the learner profile developed by practicing this game-based learning in a classroom. Skills developed in this strategies or communication skill, as each learner will listen, speak, and write here. So automatically their communication skills will get improved. The next one is social skill. Here they will cooperate and turn taking. So obviously their social skills will get developed. The next one is thinking skill. They will remember what they have learned and they will summarize and make meanings there. So their thinking skill will get improved. The last one is self-management skill. Here they will focus on time management because which team is answering more questions will be given more points. So they'll be managing time while playing this game. So all these four skills will get improved while following this strategy, this game-based learning. The next one is the learner profile connections here. Learners will become communicators by sharing their ideas clearly to their teammates, and they will be a good collaborators as they work in a team, and they are risk takers as they are trying new things. They will come up with different answers. Even sometimes, if they are not aware of the answer, they will. We have a reading corner in our classroom. They will go search for the book related to that question, and they will come up with the answer from that books as well.
Indu, I'm stopping you 1 minute. Teachers,
Yes,
I
Tanu,
have
ma'am.
dropped the attendance link and the QR code. Indu, you have 2 to 3 minutes. All right.
Yeah, Tanu, ma'am.
Indu, continue.
Yes, Tanu, ma'am. Thank you. And last one, they will be the reflectors as they switch their roles. That improves, they will reflect on all the roles that they have given. These are the learner profiles that would get improved when they follow the strategy. The next one is, when can we use reader runner? As I shared already, I used to do this activity at the end of the inquiry because I want to check whether my children have learned or not. I use it as a reflecting part. But other than reflecting part, you can ask it as a tuning in or sorting out activity, fact finding or revision. With languages, you can go with like UI, science, or social studies. And for vocabulary building in English. And as I said, you can use it as an assessment for learning. All these things will work really well when you follow this reader and runner. The next one is why reader runner works. You can think it is actually a game, how it works with the learning you all would have think. When you do this thing, uh, they will engage both physically and mentally, and it will encourage student agency because they will be selecting their question what they have to answer. I will not be insisting them or telling them to answer this question. I'll be placing all the questions somewhere. They can go read, choose their own questions. There I'll be giving a student agency for them, and it makes learning active and fun, and also it supports inclusive and differentiated learning. So to me, this game-based learning, it worked very well here. And overall, to me, Reader Runner is a powerful game-based strategy that transforms passive reading into an active and collaborative learning experience. This is what I have mentioned in the today's session. I hope I am done. I have shared something a little new to you all. Additionally, I want to share you few more things. As I am dealing with very young children, maximum I will not prefer going with the board and pen thing. I usually go with a game based. Along with these two things, two more activities that worked well in my classroom. I'll share. If it helps you, you can modify and do with your kids as well. One effective strategy that I would like to share here is from my inquiry habitats. As they are young, they cannot understand the animals classification based on it eating habits, but I taught them using color cards. As we know, three eating habitats, herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. I have color coded all these categories: green for herbivore, yellow for omnivore, and red for carnivore. The children sorted animals using these cards, which make the learning process interactive and engaging. This activity worked very well, and I helped the students quickly understand and retain the concept. This is also a game thing. I used to create a PPT for it. There, I have attached a few animal pictures, and I have orally taught them what it means, what is herbivore, what is carnivore, what is omnivore. After that, I have given each children three color cards.
Indu, 1 second, hold on. Teachers, I
The
have
image on the
already.
PPT. Yes.
Indu, 1 second. Teachers, I have already
Yes,
dropped the
Tanu.
meeting link, attendance link, and the QR code in the chat window. I hope everybody is able to see it.
Ma'am, it is mentioned Madhumati, ma'am, name.
Okay, 1 second. I'll just get back. Hold on.
Shall I continue, Tanu, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Tanu, ma'am. And this is the one thing that worked well. And another is to enhance creativity and thinking skill. We used to sit in a circle time and create our own story using a thread passing activity. I usually behind that begin that story with a sentence starting any story starter, and then each child add on sentence to the story before passing the thread to the next one. In the mid, they'll be creating problem and they will be coming up with a solution for the story. All these things will happen in the middle. By the end, I will put up all the sentence together to create a complete story. This activity actually worked well with the grade one. It is little difficult to create a own story, but while playing this game, unknowingly they will create any story that comes to their mind and it will come up. I cannot attach those two pictures in the PPT, so I have attached those two pictures in the Padlet link. You can see at the end there. If you want, you can check it now.